This is the whale shark in its normal ocean habitat. Attached to its fin is an organism known as the remora eel. They share a symbiotic relationship called commensalism, where the remora benefits and the shark is unaffected. Remora catches scraps of food and cleans off pieces of material from the shark's body.
Competition on a substrate level. Here we have normal binding substrates bind to the active site, causing a series of chemical reactions. Some product, which could be more substrate, is produced, yes. Also, we can also have positive feedback if the product is identical to the original. Yay. In competitive inhibition, a competitive inhibitor blocks the active site and prevents the substrate from attaching. Yay.
Competitive inhibition is when a non-competitive inhibitor attaches to the enzyme at an allosteric site, which is away from the original active site. This changes the shape of the enzyme so that the active site functions less effectively when the substrate tries to bind. Today we're here with Dr. Ryan and Bob the Builder, and we're going to go more into depth about competition. So, Dr. Ryan.
Oh, yes.
Can you tell us about the different types of competition?
Of course I can. Competition can be divided into two main categories: intraspecific and interspecific.
Wow.
Intraspecific occurs between members of the same species, and inter is between different species.
So what happens when the competition between species is really high?
Well, competition happens when we have a high population between different types of species or the same type of species. So, for example, when a population is at a high density, the more competition happens, and they compete for the remaining resources, and this usually occurs when it reaches Kmax.
These include food, baits, grow,
Fat cat, and it cannot compete because it's too fat to run away. In the wild, if it tried to compete, it would die because a coyote would eat it. This is just a fat cat, not a competitor. A fat cat. I'm finding a lot of fat cats today in the wild. This cat can't compete because it's too fat to run away. Again, a coyote would eat it. It's not fit for survival. Cat here. He loves this food, Friskies. In return for the food that I give him, he'll give me comfort because I'm rather lonely.